Hi, my loves. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I really hope that you are having a beautiful and an amazing day. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you for all of your continued love and support. I really appreciate it. This is actually like it's a timeless reading, but this is going to first just be a spiritual talk, spiritual guidance, download type of message. I have a very major epiphany, realization, download, channel message that I would like to share. And I think that it's very timely considering we have a full moon in Cancer in the next few days. And it's the last full moon of 2023. I may pull some cards. It just depends on how long this message is. I want to make it as straightforward as possible. I actually have a few notes because this is something that I was literally like I've been meditating or like really processing this download. I feel like for several weeks, and bits and pieces of it has been coming out over the last few months. A lot of you know, usually I post like once a day, and I feel like a lot of the messages have been connected. Like it's been a long ongoing like story that's just been unfolding, and I feel like I have a huge revelation that I would like to share today. So some of you, of course, who've been following my channel, I've talked several months ago, probably close to 6 months ago. And some of you, your spiritual warfare has probably been like insane the last few months. But I've talked a lot this year about different dark energies and entities, and these things are all very new to me as well. It's not really something that I've tried to dive in like very deep into. It's just with the different channel messages and things, it comes to me, and then from there I have to explore and learn more. But I think, for sure I've talked about the demonic entity that I became aware of this year, and I think the Asmodeus or Asmodeus, however you may pronounce it. And with a lot of research, it's like this is the demon of lust. Okay, very powerful, shape-shifting energy. One of the more powerful like demons, or you could say princes of hell or whatever. Um, and I came today to really start talking because in a lot of the readings I've seen a lot come up about sacrifices and money and power and wealth and fortune. But then I also see a lot happening with people coming into unions and major blessings and abundance and milestones and just wonderful things happening. But I keep running into this energy of interference, this blockage, this the rejections and the denials that people are still facing. And whenever I see something constantly come up in the collective, I always say, I say at the end of all my messages, always go within so that you never go without. We are all part of the collective. It doesn't matter if you're a tarot reader, a healer, Reiki, whatever your role may be, doctor, nurse, teacher, lawyer, housewife, house husband, whatever. We all have to take time out when you see shadow aspects showing up in the collective to see your own shadow. And the full moon in Cancer has a lot to do with what's being done in the dark, but it also has a lot to do with the home life, with the shadow, the illusions. And the terms that I really want to focus on today is love, loyalty, lust, illusions, perception, and reality. A lot of people right now, I feel like God is trying to do things in your life, and because of a shadow aspect of yourself that you're dealing with, there are shadow, like different energies that are hidden in the shadows that are coming in to confuse you, to create these illusions. And People say perception is reality. If you perceive a lot of illusions as real, your reality becomes false. Um, a lot of people, when they think about lust, they think about something sexual. Okay. And God was really, really like talking to me and explaining to me that lust is not just something sexual, which we know that, but whenever people talk, they just talk about the sexual aspect of lust. To me, the way I'm seeing this is, it's so easy for a lot of us to lust after things. Okay. Your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, if you are not careful, you will overindulge in things and become very lustful. If you have things in your life, like many of us, who consider, ourselves to be divine masculine, divine feminine, chosen, whatever, a lot of us are black sheeps. A lot of us have dealt with being targeted. We've dealt with rejection, abandonment. And so it's natural to go out in the world and look for very specific things that are appealing to you, appeasing to you, but in actuality, it's satisfying to your flesh. I see in the readings it's been coming up a lot, like, oh, these wealthy people, wealthy men or wealthy women coming towards you, whatever, whatever. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with the person being wealthy or anything of the sort. I'm not one of those people, oh, money is the root of all evil. No. But you have to be mindful of overindulgence and how, when you've been given certain hands in life, that when you've been given a losing hand, it seems like in life, and you are still expected to win, you will start to lust after different things that are going to make you feel better. And that comes from a place of desperation. And again, like even with the full moon in Cancer, it makes me think of a lot about the mother. That there's a lot of people, even if you look at celebrities and in the news right now, there's a lot of people who are walking this earth right now who are monsters. They're disasters. And it has everything to do with their mommy and daddy issues, the mother wound, the father wound. Many of us are taught, be seen and not heard. You only speak when somebody speaks to you. And we're programmed to have imposter syndrome. So people who carry this love and this light about themselves, this world is not that welcoming to those people. And even our friends and family, they don't cultivate things within us that make us feel safe. So it's natural for you to go out in the world and you're looking for what you have not had. And if you don't have control, guys, I've been talking so much lately, like the Temperance card just keeps coming up, because it has everything to do with self-control and moderation. And the reason why Spirit keeps on laying this on my heart with the temperance and the self-control and moderation, the discipline, is because this spirit of lust and temptation is all around us. And it's at an all-time high. In relationships, whether you're single or you're in a relationship or married, what tends to happen is a lot of times women are focused on love, passion, romance, chemistry, intimacy. Men oftentimes are focused on loyalty, respect, security, stability. It's the whole yin and yang. It's the feminine is more intuitive, usually more spiritual. The masculine, more earthly, more action oriented. And it's almost been like a battle between the sexes of, when you see men and women come together, it's the men, I want the respect, and you better be loyal to me. And women are, give me the love, give me the love. But this comes oftentimes from people's shadow and their own inner child issues. Men who feel like they need to prove something, they're looking for the honor and respect. Women who feel like, mom or dad didn't give me the attention that I wanted, or I wasn't seen, I wasn't heard. You want the love. What a lot of people need to see right now, though, is that if you are not careful, your shadow, your wounded inner child will have you focusing so much on one thing and ignoring the other that you will cheat yourself out of opportunities. God is really trying to give a lot of people like everything. You know, God wants you to be respected, to be honored, to be cherished, to have love, loyalty, and all of that. But your shadow aspect will have you lusting after one thing. If you are a man and you're only, I want respect, I want respect, I want respect, God will put love right in front of your face. And you will continuously walk away from it and deny yourself love because the wounded child in you is so focused on, I want the loyalty, I want the respect. But sometimes you don't get the loyalty and the respect until you allow yourself to have love. Some people are going to honor you and respect you because of how they've seen you love or accept love. The same thing goes for like women. I want to say divine feminine. Some women are so focused on, I want this attention, and I want to be married, I want to have kids, I want this, I want that, things that are satisfying to the flesh and the ego, that you ignore people who come into your life who show you loyalty, they show you consistency, they honor you, they respect you. You will completely turn your back on a person that is actually loyal and dedicated because you don't feel loved, because you have your own void or a hole in the soul where you're looking for love so much, you're lusting after love so much that you can't see that God is trying to bring you somebody that is loyal and committed. And if you were to change your perception of what you see as love, you will understand that that type of loyalty and commitment, and the person that's coming in to honor you with their loyalty and commitment, that's actually love, and that person is worthy of being honored and respected. You cannot, and it has everything to do with this year being the year of the number 7, the chariot. Like the chariot, you see the white horse and the black horse. Both of them have to go together. Your shadow has to go with you. Your light has to go with you. You're going to have to find a balance. Men and women shouldn't be fighting each other. Feminines and masculines shouldn't be fighting. You can't be only earthly and not into, like, you have to balance it all out in order to move into, like, next year, 2024, the year of the number 8, in order to move with strength and courage and into infinite abundance. You cannot keep having this perception that it's okay for you to only lust after one thing. Some people are, I only want love, I only want light. That you are completely ignoring your own shadow. You have to embrace your shadow to be able to move forward. You have to. Because with this lust thing, it brings up like the lust demon. If you, and I say this all the time, a person that I talked to in the past explained to me, when you have pain that runs so deep, your pain will become an entity that lives outside of you and it will attack you. When you want something so bad and to the point that you start to lust after it, you become desperate. And when people become desperate for things, you're willing to get off of your track of being in your higher self and moving closer to God to satisfy your flesh. And that's why the Temperance card has really been coming up. And I mean, we just came out of Sagittarius season. The temperance, the learning how to transmute energies, learning how to really be an alchemist, and understanding patience, divine timing, self-control, and moderation. Some people in relationships, you're so busy saying that person, they're not doing everything that you want, but you haven't gone and prayed to God. Like, okay, well, God, you sent me a good person. I'm not satisfied in everything. My ego isn't, and my flesh may not like everything about this person, but can you help me in this situation? Instead, you're lusting after something so much that now the devil is listening to your prayers. And the devil is going to keep sending in things to tempt you, to derail you. And this is where, like, the strength, you're going to have the strength. Some people who are destined for greatness, God is not going to truly bless you until he can see that you can actually overcome this lust. And that lust comes from wounding, which leads you to being desperate for certain things. Because you want it so bad simply because you haven't had it, there is some kind of trigger or trauma somewhere. To the point where it's like you're actually not receiving anything that you want because you're so obsessed with something that you're telling yourself that you want, but it's not actually something that you need. And it makes me think about even currently, like, a lot of people celebrate Christmas. A lot of people focus so much on the quantity and not the quality when it comes to gift giving. A lot of people are focused on the wrapping and not the gift. A person can have a small box with a diamond in it, and that value could be more than dozens and dozens of bags under a tree. But if you only see something based on quantity and wrapping, you will completely miss that. And there's definitely a message out here for people who desire to be married or to keep your marriages together. Some things that are very, very beautiful, they come in very small boxes. And they may not be wrapped, but there's a lot of value. You can give a child who believes in Santa or not, a child will tell you what they want on their Christmas list. And it could have a value of $20. You can give that child a gift that's valued at $2,000. But if they don't see exactly what they asked for on their list, and they don't know how to recognize value, they will have a fit about receiving something valued at $2,000 instead of $20. And that's where the illusions and the perception come in. Do you know how to perceive love and lust and loyalty? Like, what is your perception of those things? A lot of people also, something else to a lot of people don't even understand that they are carrying jealousy and resentment. And this could be people around you, but it can also be you. Because when you lust for something so much and you become so obsessive to have it, you actually can become secretly jealous and envious. And a lot of people, when you think about lust, they just think about sex. You're lusting after for something so much that, of course, you're keeping tabs and tally on what you don't have. If you're not careful, that can turn into jealousy and envy. Some people are not receiving blessings and they're like, well, what is the problem? Some people, well, I don't have anybody around me. When you know that there's nobody around you, really, nothing is around you, like you've gone through a period of isolation and pruning and all of this, and you're still experiencing issues or maybe even warfare. That's why I always say, turn inward, go within so that you don't go without. Sometimes it's not always everybody around you. Sometimes you have a pain that runs so deep and you're so desperate for a change that what you are praying for, like it becomes rooted in greed. And that's then where the lust demons will come in and attach itself to you and attack your life, your finances, and your relationships. I've been noticing in the readings lately, especially those that are related to love, you have a lot of masculines who perhaps are having financial problems. They're so obsessed with their finances that they're ignoring the fact that God has sent them a divine feminine. That divine feminine may have the anointing to help them become wealthy, but they're so focused on, I want the money, want the money, want the money, they can't see anything different. Same thing, you have some feminines that are so focused on, I want the flowers, the cars, the candy, the dates. It's got to be the Marvin Gaye lingerie. Then when the person comes in and despite their challenges, they're faithful, they're committed, they're loyal, you're still lusting after somebody else or something else. That's why the exes keep coming back. You have the ex that look good, smell good, they talk to you, they were lusting after you. They didn't love you, really, but you were perceiving that attention that they were giving you that was satisfying to your flesh as love. So now when real love shows up in front of your face, you don't care about that. You're completely overlooking real love and loyalty because you have been conditioned and programmed to actually go for things that are lustful. A lot of people have been madly in love and with situationships and these long karmic cycles. If you were to really sit down and think about it, it was never love. It was always lust. A lot of feminines, and I see this, and it's no shade to anybody. Whenever you see the person that the man, they come up and you guys know the ones I'm talking about. They're easy on the eye. They're sexy. They have the swag, the money, the car, the clothes. They have all this different stuff. If you are struggling with security or stability, or you're lusting after having your own security or stability, or you have mommy daddy issues or whatever, you naturally gravitate to that type of person. But that person is satisfying to your ego. And you will assume that it's love. Oh, they take me out on dates and they do that. You consider that love, and it's not. You consider it love because they're doing what your parents or somebody from your past either didn't do or couldn't do. But is that truly God's love? You really have to ask yourself those questions. And I'm just putting this out there because, we're all a part of the collective. When full moons come up, like, I always have my own personal releases, and I just thought about that. I'm just like, with the full moon in Cancer, just thinking about, family, illusions, love, loyalty, lust, preparing for the next year. We're in Capricorn season, like really addressing the bad habits and, the different things that control our minds. They just fell on my heart, and I thought that I would just share it. So going into this full moon and closing out this year, or whenever you hear this message, just really think about your perception and your pain, and how your pain has shaped your perception of different things in your life. Because I feel strongly, when you're constantly being attacked by the same thing, it's something in you that you need to address. And there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm toxic at times. I'm codependent at times. I'm struggling with lust. I'm struggling with jealousy. I'm struggling with envy because I've been waiting on something in my life for so long. When you can be honest with yourself about those things, you can get control of that shadow aspect of yourself, and it doesn't have to then become an entity that lives outside of you that attacks you in your life. Most importantly, it attacks your mind. With this lust demon, what it does is it controls your mind. Every single time you get something good that is even, considered acceptable by God, I need more. I want more. It's not enough. You get a good partner. Nope, I'm looking for more. I want somebody with a nicer body. I want somebody with more money. I want more. That's lust. You get a job and it's good. Nope, I feel like I need something that pays me more money. And most people will fall into the trap of just lusting after things. And that's when the devil sneaks in every time to entice you and give you what your ego wants. But it's not what God wants for you. But a lot of people don't go to God and say, well, God, I'm happy with this right now. However, I would like more. You can be honest with God. God, this is meeting my needs, but I have a few wants. It's like Christmas. Like, okay, everybody with the Christmases, you're going to get some things on there that you want. Then it's always going to be a friend. They're going to give you something that you need. It wasn't on your list, but you need it. You need to make sure that you have a good balance of needs and wants being met. Don't just lust after what you want. But when a person has been without something for so long, it's very easy to do. You fall into pride, you fall into greed, jealousy, envy, resentment, and these different inner dark energies and entities, they're going to keep attacking you because there is something hidden within you that you're not addressing. The fact that you want something so, so bad. So the devil is going to play with you. Oh, you want this so bad? Okay, cool. I'm going to dress it, I'm going to wrap it up just perfectly for you. Because the devil knows that if you're under an illusion and he can control you, as long as he presents something to you that has absolutely no value, as long as it's dressed up and it's pretty and you know, it's glitzy and glam, you're going to assume that it's gold. Make sure you're expressing gratitude and you're thankful for what's there. And for a lot of you, the truth is you have blessings right under your nose and you're not seeing it because your perception is off. Your perception of love and loyalty is off because you're still lusting after something. You're still lusting after what you used to have. Oh, well, my ex used to do this and the new person, they don't do that. So every time you get mad at the new person, you're going back to your ex. Or you're out looking for something else, but God is like, well, I gave you this because this is what I want you to have. And I'm not going to really allow all the blessings to come into your life until you recognize that this was sent by me. And the reason why you're not unlocking your blessings is because you're still lusting after more. God will give you everything that you want when you let go of the lust. Because the lust is going to convince you that what the devil is giving you is what you need. I hope that makes sense. I'm not gonna I feel like I said more than enough. I want to pull a few cards and just see. Of course the cards are most likely gonna kind of pick up on this energy, but let's just see like what they say. I just thought about that because I know Asmodeus or whatever, like that lust entity that I discovered this year, one of its primary goals is to, for sure, cause discord and disharmony, especially in marriages, and to make you feel discarded all the time. If you are somebody, especially you dealt with a lot of narcissistic abuse and you've been discarded by a lot of people, of course you're lusting after love, but is it true love? You're lusting after love, and perhaps you are not caring enough about a person offering you love and loyalty, someone honoring you and respecting you. You know, there's no need to say that one thing is more important than all of them. It's all important. Love is just as important as loyalty, honor, and respect. It's just like people talk about the 5 love languages. And, you know, of course, a lot of people say, well, these are my primary love languages. But the truth is all of the love languages are important. And when it comes to love, which is, you know, the idea of love can so easily be an illusion. Like, obviously, love bombing, right? You get so caught up on the love or love bombing sometimes that, again, you really don't recognize that somebody is putting you in a very, very bad situation. And in actuality, you're putting yourself in a bad situation because you keep on accepting this illusion. The bottom of the deck is a King of Cups. Underneath it is the Ace of Cups. Justice, judgment. Wow. There you have it. It's just confirmation of what I'm saying. King of Cups, Ace of Cups, justice, judgment. Can you believe it? And the Two of Pentacles. You're gonna have to decide. You're gonna have to stop juggling. Oh, I want this, but I want a little bit of that too. Like, no, it's like God is saying, you need to decide, do you want to walk in the light or in the dark? But in actuality, you need to embrace this duality. If there is something that you like and it's appealing, I'm not saying that Some things that are appealing to your flesh or your ego, like you can't have them. It's just though it's a problem when you ignore the things that are assigned to you and ordained by God because you're so wrapped up in something satisfying to your ego that could easily be sent by the devil. The Two of Pentacles, it's like with the Judgment, it's like wake up and make a decision to choose love. Choose love of self. Choose the love of God, King of Cups. But your emotions need to be balanced. A King of Cups is the kind of person who they usually are trustworthy, they're loyal, they're honest. This is a great father figure, mother figure if it's a woman. But the King of Cups is emotionally mature and balanced and intelligent. This person is very emotional, but being emotional and being sensitive is not the same. A person can have very deep emotions, but they're not sensitive, meaning everything is not going to make this person react or respond. Some of you will have a person that will come in your life, or this could be you, and you may be mistaking the fact that a person is not a drama king or a drama queen for they don't love you, they don't like you, but this person is trustworthy and they're loyal. So don't allow yourself to be juggling and so caught up in lust that you're ignoring when true love, loyalty, somebody who honors you and respects you, who wants to be committed and devoted when they show up in your life. And if you're showing up like this in someone's life, make sure that, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid to address with that person. Like, you're not seeing my true worth and value because your perception of love and life and loyalty is off. You're still lusting. For some of you, you have people, and this feels has a lot to do with, for sure, relationships. People who want to offer you more, but they can tell you're still lusting after something else. When God will send you a person that you could potentially marry, they can feel if you're still lusting after something or someone else. So you can have a very great person to enter your life, but if they can tell that like you still have a wandering eye, you still from time to time want to communicate with your ex, or every Mercury retrograde, you seem to start back dealing with an ex, or every time you get mad at a person, you're going out looking for attention and validation. God is going to keep that person at bay from you because God's like, I'm not going to send you something good for you to ruin it because you can't stop lusting after things. Look, Page of Cups, and behind it is the devil. This is that lust standing right behind this offer. You have to move on to peaceful, calmer waters. And for some of you, when it comes to feminine and masculine energy, yin and yang energy, like I said, it shouldn't be a battle. It's understanding that you have to balance your feminine and masculine energy as well as your light and dark side. Men and women should be able to work together. You have to be intuitive, but you also have to understand the importance of taking care of earthly matters too. You can't say, oh, it's all about love. Well, loyalty is important too, but they're both equally important. The man isn't more important than the relationship than the woman. Everybody now is this person, the woman is the gift and the prize. The man, I'm the gift, I'm the prize. If you're both chosen, you're both a gift, you're both the prize to one another. So where is the respect? This juggling, it's this back and forth. I think I love you, but I don't know if I really want to be committed because I think that maybe I could do better, or maybe in the past I was doing better. But again, it's perception. Were you really doing better, or was your ego just more flattered at the time? Or moving forward, is the grass really going to be greener on the other side? Or do you just like what somebody is doing, saying, or how they make you feel in the moment? Six of Pentacles, Justice with Six of Pentacles. This is about balance, equal give and take, reciprocity. Here's the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups goes with this King of Cups. So for some of you, when it comes to relationships, a lot of you at this time, your relationships are at a standstill because of lust. You and or your person are still lusting for something. Your perception of love, loyalty, marriage, commitment, or whatever, something about it is off. And that's allowing these demonic entities to come in and throw everything like off balance, off track. Some of you were supposed to be in perhaps a very serious relationship or a union a long time ago, but your ego and this lust or this pride, this hidden resentment that you have for a person from your past or whatever, it's opening you up to these demonic forces and entities that's keeping you in separation from a person or keeping you in isolation. Ace of Cups, Five of Wands, yeah. And what this is going to do too is this lustful energy. Again, it's chaos, it's conflict. So even like you see your Ten of Cups, the Five of Wands, this energy is projecting, it's all around you. So at this time, your friends, your family, people are showing you that they're jealous and they're envious. But sometimes you have to check yourself. Are you a little bit jealous and envious of people? Because a lot of times lust, when you're lusting after something or you're so like, man, I really want my own family, or I really want my own business, or I really want my own following, or I want this. Sometimes you're so obsessed with making it that you're not realizing that there's actually an underlying tone there of a bit of jealousy or envy, and it's some competition is not healthy competition, and it can easily be overlooked. Sometimes you have friends around you and they're competing with you. They don't hate you, but they really want what you have. And it's a very thin line between love and hate. It's very, very thin. And sometimes people, they keep crossing between the two. That's very unhealthy. And when you have things to protect, you can't allow a person around you that's juggling. And you can't be that person either. You can't have a person that sometimes they want to offer you love, but sometimes some of you, even your partners, sometimes they really want to offer you love, but sometimes they're actually jealous of you. No, that's not okay. The World card is here. Heavy Scorpio energy. In my research, I remember reading that the demon of lust, Asmodeus, is the strongest during Scorpio season. It's interesting that the King of Cups is here with the World card. I feel like this cycle of dealing with this demonic force or this dark energy, or for some even this entity, this is finally closing out because you are healing Four of Cups from feeling rejected or abandoned, and it has created this illusion for you. So something now is being cleansed, healed, purified. You're becoming in line with the sun here, Strength card and the Two of Cups, so that you're strong enough to go into a reciprocal relationship with a person that is rooted in love and loyalty and not lust. You cannot be a lustful person, because if you're lustful, when you get into a relationship, you're going to invite lust into the connection. And that's where the cheating, the lies, the infidelity and everything, you're opening yourself and your person and your union up to a lot of dark forces if you don't do the clearing and the cleansing before you even go into union with somebody. So in other words, you have to go in union with yourself and check your own shadow. Your shadow isn't going to go anywhere, but you're going to have to whip that shadow in shape. Some people, you're always, because of your past, you're always going to have some type of wounding. You know that you've been rejected. You know you've been abandoned. But some of you, this wound is causing you to actually reject good offers that will bring you hope and faith and wish fulfillment. It's an illusion here. And for a lot of you, this illusion was created even when you were a child. Childhood trauma. Nobody ever talked to me. Nobody ever picked me on the team. You know, my mom or dad wasn't there for whatever reason. Now you're out in the world and you're looking for, oh my God, I want this strong relationship, to the point it becomes desperation and lust. And you'll accept anything. That's where so many people, you're getting breadcrumbs. You'll accept anything. And you will accept people who will come to you and they will tie you into things that are very dark because you're giving them the benefit of doubt. Because let's face it, there's this lust and this desperation. You're willing to accept whatever they offer you. You got to be careful. A lot of people walk around with blood on their hands. Don't let them touch you. Look, Six of Swords and then the Chariot. It's like the trumpet is blowing. Dun, 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 dun. Wake up. It's time for you to move on to peaceful, calmer waters. Balancing your feminine and masculine energy. Embracing duality. Cancer, Chariot. You need to recognize that you have a shadow aspect of yourself that you need to stop running from, but instead embrace it and heal it. Wow, the Tower. And when you do that, these different energies, these dark forces, entities, friends, family member, or whatever things that you've allowed in your energetic space, your energetic field, from a place of lust and desperation, at some point, those will be purged out. There's still some kind of, and I've been saying, there's an access point that your enemy has been using. That's why the enemy is always triggering your subconscious mind and your deepest fears and the rejection and the abandonment wound, because those wounds is where the lust is. Wherever you have experienced lack is where the lust is. You didn't get attention, you're lusting for attention. Anything bright and shiny, you're accepting it. And some of you say, oh, that's not me, that's not me. Okay. Again, not embracing the shadow, because I can hear it in my ear right now. That's not me. That's not me. Let me tell you, every mentor, every guide, every person, at some point you have to check yourself. Every mentor needs a mentor. Every leader needs to have respect for another leader. They can tell you something about yourself when perhaps you're not seeing something in your blind spot. That's where being humble, modest, and having gratitude comes into place. Not being so prideful and in your ego. Nope, I already did that. It's not me. It's not me. Okay. But your blessings are still blocked, on hold. Okay. You can keep blaming everybody around you if you want to. But these entities, these energies, these fake friends, family members, or whomever, they're constantly trying to get, or they have access to you because of an access point. It's not just your light that's drawing them in. They've figured out a way to get in as well. The King of Wands is here. Ace of Cups, Five of Wands, King of Wands. For some of you, I don't know, it's like the King of Wands energy is somebody that wants to invest in you. It's like this person, though, for some of you have a person, they feel like they have to compete for your love or for your attention in order to have victory and success with you. Because the truth is, either you or this person is still lusting for something else. That's the reason why somebody is not really receiving their return on their investment. This is, the King of Wands, a natural born leader. This is their energy. Like I said, respect me, respect me, respect me. Okay, but where's the love, King of Wands? Do you love that person that you are asking for all this respect from? Or do you recognize that they love you? Or are you so caught up right now on, I want to be the leader, I want to be the man, I want to be the woman. Respect me, respect me. Whatever you lust after and you become obsessive about is exactly what will be blocked until you learn the lesson. The Empress keeps trying to pop out. The Page of Swords, like I said, learning the lesson. Page of Swords is not just about stalking, watching, and spying, but it's also about going to gather information. It's research, it's development. Have you actually dug deep enough into your life and these cycles and patterns to see what needs to be released to close this cycle out for good? Nine of Swords, yeah. Somebody is chasing their own tail, like not understanding why they haven't been free from a cycle. It's because some of the things that you're fighting against, they're not just in your external, there, it's internal as well. It's within you as well. It's not just around you. It's not just everybody else. In order to become an actual high priestess or high priest, like I said, you have to be able to recognize your shadow self as well, and just understand that the different shadow things hiding in the shadows around you. This is not saying like, oh, you're a bad person. No, it's just that in life there's a lot of duality. You have to see everything from more than one side. It's just like a lot of people who don't have the spiritual eyes to see what's behind the veil. You're always then going to be victim of something happening in the spirit because you can't see it. The Lover's card is here. Seven of Wands. I feel like somebody wants to try to stand up for a connection or protect it. Or somebody feels like they can't. It's been a difficult, wow, the Lover's card is still there. So it's difficult to stand up to something because I'm hearing the word like inside job. Again, it's something that has come in, something has infiltrated you or a connection. Three of Pentacles. It's like there's a group. There's a team of people or entities, demonic dark forces that have infiltrated. They somehow gotten in your mind. What it really is, they got in your mind. And this is why you're constantly experiencing this ending, or it has been so hard for you to have a rebirth. But when you go through this transformation, then you're going to get to this Ace of Pentacles. Anything else? Nine of Pentacles. See? You becoming the best version of yourself. You're happy for yourself. You're happy for other people. You're not lusting after anything. You're enjoying the fruits of your labor, no matter how little or how much you have or don't have. Ten of Swords. I feel like this Ten of Swords is saying that you're the end of being feeling like you're at rock bottom, or like you are being deceived and betrayed. Even if you're betraying yourself or this self-sabotage energy, this is about to be cleared out so that you can really heal. Yeah. Because for some of you, you've been stuck and stagnant, unable to go into, look, a marriage, healthy relationships, healthy friendships, but definitely a partnership. The Hangman, though, there's an awakening taking place. Somebody is realizing now, I feel like they need to really get a move on it and have some kind of like bravery, courage to move in a different direction. This Queen of Wands sometimes too can be like definitely someone who is tempting. Somebody needs to stop tempting themselves with something or working on things that, like I said, it is satisfying to the flesh and the ego. It's not going to bring them victory and success, or if it does, it's going to be short-lived. I think I covered most of what I was picking up earlier. I just want to see what's in this. Uh-oh. Look, it says here boundaries. This card turned over, boundaries. It says stop, speak up, and it literally says self-discipline. You have to have some discipline. And this is definitely a message to the lovers. If you want a loyal connection, you have to have discipline and control. You cannot be full of lust. And I think I talked about that in the reading that I posted actually earlier today, where I said for some of you, you have 3 different offers coming in. And for some of you, it's like the ex that's very tempting. You love, like they satisfy your ego. You could have another person that's coming into your life who they could be deceiving themselves. They're not awakened. Like they don't really have the same morals and values. And then for some of you, you have a good person, but because they don't show up in, you know, because they're a gift that's not in the wrapping that you were looking for, you're overlooking them. You know, they could be someone in your life now or someone entering your life. Take it however it resonates. But look, this loyal card is not going anywhere. Somebody wants to be honest with you. They want to be loyal. But for some of you, it's like this person is holding back and you're hiding. Like you or this person, you're either hiding something or you're holding back. I feel like for some of you, especially if you're in some type of connection, you need to start communicating what your actual needs and desires are. Some of you, you have desires and you feel like a person can't match them, but the reason why your desires aren't being met is because they don't even know you have that desire. This is an issue with communication. You're saying, well, my needs aren't being met, but the person, they don't even know what your needs are. Mirroring. Look at them as if they are you. Fire, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You have the King of Wands out here. And communication. Expect a text, expect a call. This card says confessing. This person eventually is going to confess to you that, you know, oh, wow, that they love you. Oh, wow, that's so cute. Wow. Go within. Treat yourself and do your shadow work. This full moon in Cancer is going to do a lot of cleansing and clearing if you allow it to. And if you really, really, like I said, want to get the benefit of this energy, this very powerful energy that's coming in, you need to go within, like I said, in this reading, because I'm going within. I'm like, you know, maybe I'm ignoring certain things. You know, I'm looking at, maybe I have some red flags, or, you know, maybe I'm still desiring something that I shouldn't desire. Like, God, work on me. I always tell God, you know, God, go within me. Show me my voids and vices and shine your love and light on me so that I can see the truth. That's why whenever I do my readings, I'm always like, well, it could be this, it could be that. You know, I say that a lot of my readings are kind of long-winded because I really try to say, okay, it could be you, it could be this person, you know, somebody could be trying to play you, or somebody really just may be hiding the fact that they can't do certain things. Like, I really try to give you all the possible scenarios because a lot of things is really not always what you see it as. A lot of illusions are out here, and if you are not very discerning, again, with perception is reality. But if you are listen to me, I just said pursuing, y'all listen, Mercury retrograde, we're not about to do that. If you are perceiving an illusion as your reality, then your reality will be an illusion. You're going to start receiving signs from a person. But you have to be careful, because here's the temptation and the lust. Somebody is coming in to confess that they love you, okay? But somebody is still trying to manipulate you and keep a hold on you by also playing mind games with you using telepathy. Somebody is sending you a lot of thoughts and illusions. Someone is trying to convince you that you need to reconcile with them, when in actuality, you need to release this person. It could be someone from your past that's trying to play mind games with you so that you will reconcile with them. Or it could be someone in your life right now that you need to let go, and they're trying to love bomb you and convince you that you two need to have a new start. And they could be jealous and envious of you. So take it how it resonates. I always try to say, I'm not here to always say, oh, the past is so bad, because a past person can change, you know, but that's up to you to discern. A lot of you, though, in the past, when you were the reason why sometimes we naturally kind of try to stay away from the past is because in the past, it's not so much that people from your past are terrible. In your past, you were not as healed and evolved as you are now. Therefore, what you attracted in the past is nothing like who or what you would attract now. What you will attract now, being more healed and evolved, is probably something that's more of a vibrational match for you. You know, a person can come back from the past and be a vibrational match for you now. But, you know, you'll just have to Figure that out for yourself. Earth sign. This kind of reminds me of the reading I did before. For some of you, this very emotionally manipulative, toxic person that is playing a lot of mind games with you, like that's carrying the energy of lust, they could be an earth sign. They're very focused on earthly things. Yeah. But for some of you too, is somebody here, they're making plans. They're trying to come towards you. It could be this same person, taking however it resonates. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost fell. Within a few months. Pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are probably showing you that you're going to be celebrating something very soon that you've been manifesting, but you're being advised to just wait. It's coming in divine timing. And look at how the cards flipped over. And divine timing, your marriage is coming. Pay attention to your dreams. Somebody does like you. They have a crush on you. They want to be with you. They love you. And you have somebody that also is lusting after you. And you're going to have to make this decision now to release the part of you that is lustful. Because there's something in you that still lusts after a person that also lusts after you. And it's blocking the person that truly loves you. Whether the person that truly loves you is in your life or coming into your life, or they're from your past. True love is being blocked by lust. And it's coming from a place of lack. I didn't have something I wanted so bad. And I know that person can give me something that I want so bad. But is that even healthy? They're giving you something that you want that's just coming from a place of lack. Not giving you something that you need that's coming from God. Physical touch, that could be somebody's primary love language. Pleasure. Some of you, you're complaining that you're not receiving enough intimacy, physical touch, or romance. But like I said, for some of you, you're not communicating this to a person. They don't know. And instead of you being vulnerable and transparent enough to communicate that to this person, instead you're lusting after somebody else. And of course, if it's not you, it could be your person doing this. Words of affirmation. So for some of you, look, it's exactly what I said. Physical touch and words of affirmation and reciprocity. When you and a person are not receiving the words of affirmation or the physical touch that you want, you feel like the connection is not reciprocal, and you start to fantasize and lust about something else. And that opens you up to a fantasy, something, again, that's an illusion. It's not real. This card says fantasies are great until we have to face reality. Be sure you are accepting things for what they truly are to avoid any disappointments. Some of you, every single time you get mad or upset with a person, your escape, your guilty pleasure is you start thinking about an ex or thinking about something or someone else. And that could be, for some of you, when love doesn't go your way, you start just thinking about money. You start thinking about money, or you start thinking about an ex, or you go out looking for validation, or whatever the case may be. Some of you are at odds with somebody, and it's maybe a good time to write a letter, or they may want to write you a letter. Or like I said, it's something here about communication. But you and this person, you have an opportunity to be a power couple. They can bring you a peace of mind, but you're going to have to communicate. Hey, I need this. I need that. Go to God and pray about it. I need my love languages. This person is not understanding them, God. Like Jesus, fix it. As opposed to allowing this lust demon that is probably attached to somebody in your life that you're either currently dealing with or an ex to come in and throw you off kilter and start making you question, oh my gosh, should I go back to my ex, or should I leave this person, or should I just be single, or whatever. It's like some of you, God is really, really trying to prepare you for marriage. Some of you, you're dealing with either you or your person that could be dealing with some money issues. And this has caused you to be at odds. But instead of communicating and still focusing on the love, the loyalty, and other things, you want to go outside in the streets, or you want to still connect with your ex. You got to stop that. It's a toxic behavior that you need to release if you want to actually have a wedding and go towards a marriage and a true commitment with somebody, a real partnership. You have to tolerate people and accept them and ask God to help you instead of falling into lust and temptation. Because that's why some of you, every Mercury retrograde exes are coming back. You let them come back. You manifest them back because you're lusting after them. Or they know that you're lusting after them. Close the door for good. Okay? I really hope that this helped you guys and resonated. It was just on my heart. I know some people like the talks, and some people only want the tarot, the cards. I want to do what I want to do, to be honest. That's me embracing that's a little duality for you, a little tarot and talk today. So always go within so that you never go without. I love you guys all very much. Sending you lots of peace, love, and light. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know how this reading resonated with you. It's a little bit different, but I actually really like the readings where I just provide the intuitive, spiritual messages. Spirit communicates with me in many ways outside of these decks. So let me know how this resonates with you guys. Again, I love you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.